Greetings, fellow Earthlings. I'm Prince Alfie, and today's message is going to be a message that I got when I was meditating earlier today. So, the message has got to do with commitment, okay? And the type of commitment that I was picking up on is staying committed to your personal journey, right? Staying committed to nurturing yourself and healing yourself, right? It's like going through the process of keeping yourself motivated, right? Going through the process of making sure that you are on the right path, right? But the ancestors mentioned that we are on the right path, and this is why the commitment came up, right? Staying committed to this path that we're currently on will lead us to places that will be very successful. And when it comes to this commitment, right, the ancestors want us to stay committed to nurturing ourselves, right? Self-love is a very important point of spiritual evolution, right? If you don't love yourself, there isn't much place to grow and evolve as a spirit, because we block ourselves quite a lot when we don't love the person that we are, right? And if you're in a state of being where you're not really content with the type of person you are at this time, then the process that the ancestors are wanting is for you to become committed to changing all the things about yourself that you do not like. And what I mean by that, I don't mean plastic surgery or altering your appearance in order to make yourself appear better. No, I'm talking about your inner self, right? The parts of yourself that are wounded from childhood wounds, right? The parts of yourself that experienced a lot of trauma. And this is what the ancestors are pointing out to us all, right? Is that we need to stay committed to ourselves, making sure that we are nurturing ourselves in the correct way, right? Making sure that we are working with our stable foundation instead of working off of the things that we experienced in our past, right? Because for me personally, a lot has come up about my past recently, right? Where I've noticed a lot of wounding that I've experienced through trauma. And it has affected me in my daily life, right? It's affected me and the people around me. And it's my responsibility to work through that and get over it, right? To make sure I'm healing myself from those childhood wounds in order to have that desired balance and harmony in my waking life, right? In my daily life. Now, the next point I want to mention here is healing. But the type of healing that I picked up on in my meditation was all about balancing our emotions and our mind. Because a lot of the time, our minds and our hearts don't agree with certain things, right? And that is where the commitment is being tested with us, is where are we committed to getting our hearts and our mind in a balanced state, or are we allowing it to just be the way that it is because it is part of our comfort zone, right? And this is the point where the ancestors hand over the responsibility to us, right? Because yes, our ancestors help and guide us a lot in our spiritual journey, but the point where they want us to take control of our own willpower and our own happenings in our life, right, is where they are testing us, where they want us to take control over what we can control, which is our thoughts, our emotions, right? We can control how we react to people. We can control how we feel about people, right? Or ourselves, for that matter. Because it's all about listening to your intuition. Okay, it's always following the guidance that you get from your ancestors and using it. It's like what the test our ancestors are giving us is, are we actually going to take the guidance that they're giving us? Or are we just going to see the guidance but not internalize it, right? And by internalize it, I mean actually put it to action, right? Focus on bringing that into your reality. Because I also heard that the ancestors are preparing us for a financial blessing, or a blessing that brings stability into our lives, right? For some of us, it will be a financial blessing. For some of us, it will be like a house or a car or something that brings a lot of stability into our lives. And this stability has got to do with the passion that we feel for our life path. Now, I do see that the ancestors also want to help us to become more inspired, to take more action towards the things that we desire to have in our lives, right? And to focus on the success, to believe that that success is possible, right? That it is already ours. That we need to focus on putting the work and effort into achieving our goals in order to have that success in our lives, right? Because from the moment that we start our journey to make a goal reality, or to bring in more stability into our lives, that is the point where it will start happening, right? Yes, it'll take time. Yes, these things are not overnight for many people. So a lot of the time, it takes a lot of effort to put this into play into our lives, right? And as soon as we make the conscious decision to take that action, right, will be the part where we bring in that majestic, magical kind of energy into our lives, right? That's when our manifestations will start becoming real, is when we start dedicating ourselves and having the full belief that it is possible. So the overall message here is to stay committed to the journey that you're on. Don't allow yourself to lose hope. Don't allow yourself to be sidetracked or manipulated out of your life's path. The path that you are on at the moment, when it comes to healing yourself or taking action towards the things that you desire to have in your life, is exactly what you need to be doing, okay? And that is the message. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like how I read, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me and connect more to the energy of my beautiful collective. And blessings to all.